Okay. What's up, family? Had a funny conversation this morning with my buddy Sylvia. She said, Dennis, every time I talk to you on the phone, you're eating. That's not true. She said, every time I talk to you, the only person I know that eats out so much. That's not true. It it may be a coincidence when I get on live that I'm eating, but that's not true. Unless you guys can refute what I'm saying, I don't want to say Sylvia is right. But I guess when I get on live, it's probably part of my comfort time to talk to you. Yeah, I know I eat when I get on live a lot, but I don't think it's a problem. But first of all, hit the thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me. Put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat. Listen, I'm about to leave. You guys, I need to see some thumbs. I need to see some Lexi. Oh, my friend Lexi. So she says, I thought Sylvia was hating. She says, every time you get on live, every time I talk to you, you're eating. You're eating. What are you talking about? I'm eating. Maybe this is the only time I can talk to you is when I take a break. But I don't want to think that she's right. I don't. So today I decided to go see a movie. I was late for the movie, so I got to wait for the next one, which starts in about another 30 minutes. I could have called someone and said, "Hey, let's go to the movies." Nah, I just want to see this. I don't want you to know what I'm going to see, but everyone's telling me it's supposed to be a good movie. Now I'm gonna tell you what I'm going to see. I'm going to see Wicked. It's Wicked. I don't know anything about it. I thought it was a girly movie. I saw Cinderella type uh, vibes. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't know if I should be seeing this movie. But they say it's not like what I think it is. So hopefully it's a scary blood murder. No, I don't want to see it like that. But my point is, if it's if it's not a girly movie, I'm gonna be happy. But if I get in there in the first 15 minutes and it looks like it's a girly movie, I might be walking out. Yeah, that's just not my flow. I like action. I like DC comic type movies, the Avengers, uh, just real action and type movies. But while I'm here, I was looking at court filings involving the appeal of Alicia Andrews. Then I looked at some of the video that came out of the trial. I'm very convinced this judge was being very biased. It's it was obvious. It was very obvious. And shout out to Mel. I'm not a lawyer, but she did a good job pointing it out. And make sure you go check her platform out. But in the clips that she shared in her video, it was obvious this judge was doing things to the defense that never even came close to um, fairness, in my opinion. And those who follow the trial from gavel to gavel, they would probably agree. So I'm going to review the docs. Docs probably later today. But the other thing I had an issue with is when the verdict was read, the verdict was actually inconsistent with what she was charged with, what the indictment was. And I covered the case. Excuse me. I covered the case years ago where it was similar in that the jury's verdict did not support the sentence. And I think that it was very smart by Alicia Andrews' attorney, her defense team, to file an appeal, because this judge is going to serve Alicia Andrews, in my opinion. When I say serve her, she's going to give her closer to the maximum. Closer to the maximum. So he wasn't just making claims against the judge. He saw a lot of the stuff, and he would be a very bad attorney if he didn't file that appeal. Hopefully, the high court in Florida will agree and give her a new trial. And maybe not even a new trial at this point, because if the verdict is inconsistent with the indictment, maybe they throw the I don't know, maybe because manslaughter. If she wasn't a party in conspiracy or murder, then how she found guilty of manslaughter? That made no sense. She would have had to been, in my opinion, convicted of conspiracy to commit murder, and then receive the lesser offense of manslaughter. But for her to be found guilty only on the manslaughter, but not a conspiracy or murder, I think that's problematic. Because where would have been the culpability in what she supposedly had done? She wasn't, based on testimony, she wasn't a member of a gang. People can speculate that there was evidence that may have shown that she lured Julio to his death, but that would come under the conspiracy, I would believe. And Lexi, you can chime in. You can chime in as well. But this was definitely a lopsided verdict. And the judge also showed her biasness from the very beginning. So go look at I like how Mel pretty much did a recap on that trial. For someone not to be a lawyer, she definitely pointed out some very key points in the trial and in the motion filing recently. I'm not so okay with using comments as part of your filing of what people are saying in the comment section, because people know that there's someone online that will create troll accounts just to say anything. So that may be a hurdle that the defense has to overcome. But as far as there's testimony, there's transcripts, there was a time during the trial where the lawyer for the defense wanted a sidebar because there was something that the witness was saying on the stand that, if said in front of the jurors, it would have prejudiced the defendant and created even more problem for her getting a fair trial. So this attorney's actually pretty good. He's actually pretty good for a young attorney. His style, his insistence, his persistence, his will to fight for his client, it was pretty evident. Pretty evident. Even though he was hitting roadblocks based on this judge Cisco presiding over the case. So let's kind of watch how this thing plays out. At least they won't have an answer for at least 45 days. I think it's 30 days for the prosecutor to file a response. Then it's another 15 days for the defense to respond to what the prosecution says. But we'll see how this thing plays out. Anyway, guys. Popcorn's getting cold. I see you in my next live. Hey, listen, let's look at the popcorn. Look at this popcorn. Ooh, dookie. Okay, Sylvia, you might be right. I do snack a lot.
But I don't gain the weight, so it's okay. Until next time, peace.